Hello again there, Storm Chasers. This is Storm here, bringing you another guide video for Warlords of Draenor, sorry, patch 6.0.3. I'm going to be doing the Enhancement Shaman for you today, and yeah, it's going to break it down to the normal things like I did with the Combat Rogue. It's going to tell you about talents, glyphs, enchants, all that good stuff, and then show you a rotation, and then later on I'll see about a gameplay video. So, yeah, and stat priority, of course. So we're going to start with the stat priority. I'm going to put it up. I'm going to put a caption up here at the top of your screen to show you the stat priority. The way you want to go with stats-wise is haste first. You want to get haste up to 50%, and then after that you want to go mastery, multi-strike, versatility, crit, and more haste past 50%. But what are the odds of that happening? That's going to be your stat priority there. And so when it comes to stats wise, if you're below 50%, if you're below 50% haste, then you want to make sure you gem haste in your sockets, and also enchant for Mark of the War Song as your best enchant. Of course, I don't have it at the moment; I can't afford it. And then afterwards, once you get to that point, if you're above 50% haste, then you want to start gemming and enchanting mastery. So you get the I forget what the enchant for mastery is for, I think it was, shoot, I can't remember. But you want to focus on mastery once you get above 50% haste. That's all there is to it. And then, let's see. Talents. Nature's Guardian comes in handy quite well. So when you get into a lot of trouble, you get your health below 30%. It'll increase your health by 25%, your maximum health, and then reduce your threat to the attacker. So that'll be handy in case any ads get away from you in a raid situation or something like that. Level 30 talents, I just got Earth Grab Totem. It's usually either that or Windwalk Totem, good for immediate movement and parrying effects, or if you need more ad control. So I just picked up Earth Grab, but it's either one. It's a toss up between one of these two. Totemic Projection at level 45 is by far my favorite talent on that tier, because just makes it a lot more convenient to relocate your totems instead of having to just resummon it. But then again, it doesn't really cost a lot of mana to lay down your totems anyway. And let's see, tier 60 again, level 60 again with lack of haste. Right now, you definitely want to go with Ancestral Swiftness because it gives you a flat baseline of 5% haste and 5% attack speed. But regardless, you get that 5% added to what you already have, and that'll help you out for the long run until you reach 50%. Then I think you probably want to go with, let's see, or if you want to be more bursty, you can get Elemental Mastery, and Echo the Elements doesn't, that could come in handy later on down the line, but since you want to focus on haste in the early game, you definitely want to start with Ancestral Swiftness for flat baseline additional haste. Level 75 talents, I got Ancestral Guidance. It is 20% of my direct damage will be converted to healing. That's always good. That's very supportive in a raid. And let's see, level 90, Unleashed Fury is definitely where you want to go with this one, because the people take more damage from your lightning bolt from 30%, and you also get a little additional multi-strike for 8 seconds, which is it's pretty handy. I like it. I think it's really good for enhancement, because multi-strike is still a pretty decent stat to have at this point. So, if you heard any barking, that was one of my dogs in the background. But anyway, last but not least, I went with Liquid Magma. Now, normally that is a AoE talent, but the direct damage from it, the direct damage on single target, seems to be doing quite well. Elemental Fusion, I think, would be your second best talent. That's my opinion. But you really don't need to worry about shock damage as enhancement. You just want to have, whenever you use your Unleash Elements, you want to use it on your... if you go with Unleash Fury, you want to use Unleash Elements off cooldown, because that gives you increased lightning bolt damage constantly. And that seems to alleviate the need to have 40% additional damage to your Flame Shock and your Frost Shock. And if you line it up just right where you need to reapply your Flame Shock, Unleash Elements would come in handy there to increase its damage and ticking damage. So that's basically it. Glyphs, I went with Frost Shock. It decreases the cooldown incurred by your Frost Shock by 2 seconds. So let's say your Flame Shock is about to come off cooldown, and you just casted Frost Shock. Instead of that global cooldown that you get with your shock spells, instead of that global cooldown, it's 2 seconds off the global cooldown if you casted Frost Shock first. Excuse me. And yeah, so you want to go with that. You definitely want to go with Frost Shock, because that's a marginal DPS increase right there. So that comes in handy. And I got Glyph of Ephemeral Spirits. I hope I said that right. And Glyph of the Fire Elemental Totem. And they reduce the cooldown and duration of my Feral Spirits and Fire Elemental Totem respectively. So this is by 15 seconds. It reduces the cooldown by 60 seconds and reduces the duration by 15 seconds. So you can pop your Feral Spirits every minute, which comes in handy. And they'll be out for 15 seconds. So their duration's cut in half, just like with this one. So you basically get your Glyph of Fire Elemental Totem, which decreases its duration. Its its duration and its cooldown by 50%. So you get every 2.5 minutes you can pop your Fire Elemental Totem, which comes in handy. And that basically does it. And for the sake of demonstrating today on the DPS rotation, I put the Glyph of Lava Lash in where it won't spread Flame Shock. Otherwise, you always want to make sure your Flame Shock's ready to go to spread its sorry. I'll get this right in a second. I'm letting my mouth get away from me. You want to let your Lava Lash always be able to spread Flame Shock. I mean, because there's rarely a situation where you don't need it to do that right now in raids. So yeah, that's just for the sake of demonstrating today. Alright, now we're going to get straight to the rotation. I'm just going to show you a basic rotation with no double negative. Oh boy, it's going to be fun today. I'm going to show you the rotation without all the burst, and I've also got 2 trinkets that I use that you have to click on use. And I've got them in order here. I've got them bound in order, so I'm not going to use them when I go full burst rotation for you. I'm just going to go use my normal shaman cooldowns as enhancement. So we're just going to kick it off. Make sure you have your Searing Totem out. Unleash your elements first. Then you cast your Flame Shock and your Storm Strike. And there's Maelstrom Weapon popping up. Make sure you always get Frost Shock off cooldown and Lava Lash. And you got a perk called Improved Lava Lash, which will make Lava Lash reset with your Flame Shock ticks. Once you see your Lava Lash come up off cooldown, always use it. Whenever you see your Maelstrom Weapon fully stacked up like that on that animation there, pop your Lightning Bolt. And I just let my Flame Shock come off of me. That's okay, I still got Unleash Flames buff, and there you go. There you have it right there. See, just like that. You keep using your Unleash elements off cooldown because you want to make sure that you get the buff to give your Lightning Bolt more damage. And always use Storm Strike off cooldown as well. And I just used one of my trinkets. Silly me. Oh well. I wasn't going to use them anyway. They're both used trinkets. Like, because after haste, you want to go with Mastery and then Multi-Strike. So I have a trinket here which gives me Mastery and then Multi-Strike. So you basically use the Mastery trinket first and then the Multi-Strike. That's if you're in the same situation as me. So you just use the Mastery trinket first and then the Multi-Strike. But we're not going to bother with that during the rotation today. Go ahead and click those off. I don't need buffs right now. Alright, now we're going to go with the full-on burst build, the full-on burst. You want to make sure you have your Fire Elemental, go Ascendance, Feral Spirits, and Bloodlust, and then pop Liquid Magma. Yeah, the tanky thing just took out my Searing Totem. Yeah, that's usually a bad thing to do at this area. I should have probably gone to War Spear to demonstrate the DPS, but you get the general idea. That's how you want to go about it. Make sure you have your Feral Spirits out before you pop your Bloodlust. that gives you a general idea of how that works. Now for AoE DPS, now we'll simulate how, just in case if I were doing AoE DPS, you want to use your Chain Lightning and make sure your Flame Shock's ready to spread Lava Burst, and then after that, you want to use your Fire Nova off cooldown. See, just like that. This is for AoE situations, and you also want to have your Magma Totem out, not your Searing Totem. We'll pull out my Magma Totem here real quick. Let's pull out the Magma Totem. Have your Magma Totem out, ready to go. Let me just do that. Put my Magma Totem over there. See, just like that. And you just get ready to that. Then we're gonna spread Flame Shock with Lava Lash, Fire Nova. Go from there. There's Lava Lash again, Fire Nova. And same old, same old. That's your AoE rotation right there. We'll just call back our totems. And yeah, I know you're looking at me. I ain't coming over there. You're gonna kill me. I ain't coming over there. Yeah, that's basically your rotation there with full burst, full an AoE and single target. If you enjoyed, that's pretty much going to do it for this. I will have a gameplay video up soon enough. And if you enjoyed, please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. Every little bit helps, guys. And hit that like button and give the like button. Do me a favor. Give that like button a good storm strike for me. Just go, just like that. I'd really appreciate it, guys. So have a good day, Storm Chasers. Bye bye.